burns, doesn't it?
Prepare for battle.
Let us fight!
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are here for our second game of this best of 3 series between Thunder Predator and Aster. And Black, would you believe it? Another 5-man smoke right off the bat to start us off with this game to right into the dire jungle.
Here.
When you play with Lina,
but it looks like he's just going to be safe with the tower. We have seen Matt type in all chat, the god of SA.
To hell with
Exactly
you.
how it looks like right now. And the Predator popping off, man. Was on nobody's radar. They've been doing so well throughout this entire tournament.
30 seconds to battle.
See if they can take 2-0 or not.
One thing that kind of concerns me, though, at least for Aster, they went for the exact same draft, except they got an Oracle now. So Aster literally drafting the exact same thing. Maybe just assuming that, you know, maybe they played it wrong, maybe misplaced, kind of screwed it up. Do you think this draft fits against what Thunder Predator's got going?
It's a good draft. This time it's a DP middle
The battle
paired up with an Oracle,
begins.
which is one of the deadliest combinations in Dota. But I really like the response here from Thunder Predator with the Lina middle. We have seen, I think, 1 or 2 Linas in the mid lane absolutely take over the game, and Lina destroys Death Buff in the lane. One of the best answers they could have possibly picked, especially together with the Tusk. I feel like there's going to be a lot of action in the mid lane, and Aster will have to respond promptly and appropriately, because otherwise DP's going to be in trouble.
Leo is a very strong Lina player to boot, so it's definitely going to be a very hard time for White Album. Of course, White Album last game was having a pretty good game for himself after the initial laning stage, but he had a couple mistakes and it all went downhill. Like you said, this lane not going to be very easy. Already taking quite a bit of damage. It does seem like he's probably going to have to bring some more regen out for himself on this DP. Already starting off with the salve, but I feel like he might just need a little bit more. I mean, we're only at level 1 and he's almost through that HP pool. We'll get the salve very soon.
Have to buy like another salve, a bottle, maybe a bunch of tangos. It's really just all about outstanding the average damage of Lina here. A very good job pulling the creep wave here. Quite low though, so actually has out of there. Good at the creep, run into the tower. Mad on that line.
Bot
again.
lane. He knows he's gonna go for a spin. Kill some CS. He wasn't actually thinking he could kill anyone. Meanwhile, top Moose. Very low, but he does get his own salve off, and Platinum has been very good at contesting this creep
Radiant's
pool from
courier
Moose.
has been
Courier
killed.
gonna go down. Frank falling asleep at the wheel there does end up paying for it.
Drop the Orb of Venom though for the Tusk to pick up. He will be delivering that to him shortly. Well played there by him. Making the best out of a bad situation.
This is actually pretty sick. I haven't seen that in a very long time. Nice reaction there from Frank. So he'll bring over the Orb of Venom.
Be careful
to
here.
bot lane, a lot of damage. Out onto Mad. Icarus dive does actually connect, but they aren't going to make the chase. He just left on 70 HP, but he'll be alive. Be very careful though. He has absolutely no regen on him. Regen.
The lanes are going to be quite tough though, other than the mid lane. I think Aster should do both side lanes quite easily. Troll absolutely beat Pango. We can see it in the CS2. Pango only sitting at 3, and Timbersaw doesn't really get Harris down here at all.
Moose, he was getting aggressive there with the tag team. Swashbuckle was out by Frank. Bot lane, XXS. Decent enough time, 15 and 4 now, but Minos, he always seems to find the farm regardless of his matchup. I guess the Timber's not too bad anyway, but slightly concerning here for XXS. Just trying to pressure Minos out and just never seems to leave. He's always just back at that creep wave. Meanwhile, mid, Leo dropping pretty low in HP himself, but he's gonna have his salve. He'll be just fine.
Doing very well for himself with White Album. Little skirmish here, Phoenix versus Lion.
Radiant structures
Comes
are
off it.
fortified.
I'm surprised that he's doing this well, to be honest. He's usually quite Lina favored, but he's even leading in CS.
It's impressive from White Album. You haven't been talking to me all day about how broken this DP hero is. I guess even in this kind of matchup, White Album, he just proves it again. Very strong indeed.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the big patch heroes. Minos struggling quite a bit now. We'll have his healing ward soonish. Back up to full health once he hits level 4.
Illusion.
And bottle coming out for Lina now.
I want to play with fire.
Nang up at that top side is having a real nice time, and you kind of talked about the troll. He doesn't really lose lanes at all. Very, very rare for Monet to lose lanes on this hero, but bot lane Minos still playing with fire, it seems like. XXS sticking around. They aren't going to be able to kill him with a spin anyway.
Great blows here. He doesn't care at all about getting wrecked by the Juggernaut. It just feels like a bad fate for the Jug overall. They should never be able to kill this Timbersaw. The Timber Chain, of course, very low cooldown. I'm just very worried about his Pangoli once more here. Frank having another very rough laning phase. More than getting doubled up.
Structures are fortified.
Didn't seem to matter last game.
It didn't, but Lina was absolutely crushing the game. I mean, the Wind Ranger was absolutely crushing the game. Alone the Phoenix, making it out okay though. And this game, the Lina doesn't seem to be even winning his lane, so there will be a lot more pressure on Frank this time around. I don't know if he can live up to it with the little farm and experience he's getting right now.
Radiant are scanning.
Certainly a very tough time already for Thunder Predator. Aster looking good. Ad and Lan M have shown up in the mid lane. They're both going to try and soak XP in this mid lane as White Album, he does disappear for a bit. He just wanted to go all the way back to the fountain. Support's kind of just sharing a lane for a bit, and now they'll leave, but Minos lane very low. Meanwhile, top, they are going to make the dive in onto the nade. They're going to try and get this troll down. Rolling axes are there, but it will not be enough. MJZ able to take the kill. Meanwhile, mid, they are chasing down Leo. Take the Crypt Swarm, but is going to be just fine. His way back to the fountain.
Down on the prowl here. What's that new combination? He can potentially get the kill here. And he finds him.
Trying. Laguna committed. Leo going to try and duke out the tree line. Did he find him? Not quite.
Oh, he nuked himself.
Oh, Leo.
Fire.
He outplays him, and the tips come out from Moose. Oh, Lan M.
He outplayed him so hard and he
it
killed
was
himself.
worth a try. Monet, top lane again, going to be in danger. Tag team activated, but no hits come in.
Troll is a very tough kill. Those whirling axes, of course, lining up everybody. And Minos TP
Radiant's
top with like
bottom tower is under attack.
10% health, but of course has the healing ward, so full in no time. And he just wants to evacuate the bottom lane immediately. Like, you can't lane against Timbersaw anymore. White Album also rotating immediately. That axis is coming down. Open up the map. Trouble here again.
Mid lane. Yeah, White Striker Ray does land with the snowball follow-up. They do get another.
He just respawned, man.
On that Oracle.
Live or not to live. Landon's choice is no life today. Playing very aggressively here into Oracle. Here's Omni Slash available.
Yeah, Mad. Spotted him out there for a second. Or maybe not. He ran back in for the creep wave. Minos going to move in from the backside. Mad, he'll get the Hex off. The snowball is in from the right side. In. Not going to really reach, but a great chance out to lock Mad in. Will eventually get him. Moose.
No.
He'll take the kill on the Tusk.
Rotation by XXS as well. Just defending the mid tower after taking the bot one. Playing Timbersaw to full strength right now. He's up at the top. Network right now. It's a very strong Timbersaw. It's going to be incredibly tough to kill him. Still doesn't have the hood though. Magic damage is still a good answer. As I say that, trying it already.
Is under attack.
Very tanky here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Right, what's in that mid lane? White Album. It's not the ulti up. Not the Predator. They're just kind of invading the Dire jungle for now, but it is a bit too early for that.
Dire's top tower is under
They'll
attack.
head back as XXS shows up, but the chain's off the mark, and now the tag team's going to be activated. Minos, he still has the Omni, but doesn't have the mana for it. Now he does, and will commit it immediately. It's not going to be that much damage, but it might just be enough with the control from Frank. But no, the Earth Spike, bad. Will buy enough time for XXS to get out of there. Frank, he wants to keep going. Shards out, Nurse helping. Man will give his life away, but XXS does survive.
I'm a little bit surprised that Frank chose to end his Rolling Thunder prematurely. He could have at least gotten one, if not two more stuns there on him. Maybe he thought they have enough
Dire's
burst
top
damage.
tower is under
Gets away
attack.
on the Timbersaw here. 5-0, but gold lead still. Slightly in favor of
Dire's
Aster.
top tower has fallen.
Better out of the lane for sure.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Hey,
And their Worth lead moving their way now from the Predator. Still a bit of catching up to do.
they're going for the same items again. Both carries are going for the Battle Fury. Probably pretty mirrored item builds again. Lina, we haven't seen too much action from him yet. Saw, playing a little bit
range
aggressive here,
success.
but
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
come off there.
Nurse,
Dire's
Zen gonna
top
fly
tower
out,
is
man.
under attack.
hold him down. Monet, took his way in. Nurse, nice shot.
Yes.
DP away, tips out to Lan M. Lan M just having no mercy face from Moose.
Yeah, Lanham looking a little bit flustered here after the mid dive. Made a couple of uncharacteristic mistakes. We're only sitting at level 6.
What a playing with fire.
Said another very rough game, but his supports are having a
Nice
great game.
job.
Phoenix sitting at 3k net worth already. That's also doing very well for himself.
Only making up for that mid laner, at least for now. Buying plenty of time for Leostyle. Falling again, Frank is staring down Monet on that troll. Now you're gonna head over. Frank can't really kill him himself, but he's gonna actually pop the Rolling Thunder. In this small area, he's gonna have a lot of control. Now the snowball in from the low ground. Can they really kill him off? No, he gets the battle trance in time. Now Frank is the one that is in danger. Sunray, swashbuckle out, Monet. Gets the false promise, Lan M. You'll play no games. Make sure the troll does
Dire's middle
survive.
tower is under attack.
Precious bone.
Little
Frank,
unfortunate.
had he not got him stuck in that corner,
Yeah. Unlucky. Pretty unfortunate here for the Predator side, but still. Just keeping the pressure up, keeping them on their toes, forcing off the ult. Egg committed as well.
committed shard
Good
to block
block.
the way he cannot get out. The X still doing damage. Monet, he's not going to get stunned, but he has no way of surviving with battle transfer bad. Will help him with the Earth Spike. Moose, I'm not sure why Lan M keeps getting tipped by Moose, but he'll get another one.
Radiant's middle
Yeah,
tower
as you said,
is under
mental
attack.
warfare. Very important in Dota. Up the mental pain as well as the physical pain. Now up 2k gold here. Lina and Juggernaut are getting very rich. Complete free farm on both of them. While they're pressuring control quite a bit. The Battle Fury timing is going to be a lot better here for the Juggernaut. Just needing a Void Stone at this
Oh,
point.
that's not
Dire's
We're
middle
trying to
tower
Frank.
is under attack.
bad. That start, but it's not going to be able to get it. Leo, meanwhile, has been pushing that mid-tier 1 tower quite effectively. He's just been allowed to right the XXS, he's around. He does something with the snowball. Light Strike Array is out with the Walrus Punch. They have nowhere near enough damage. Now Moon's going to try and find his way out of this situation. There is no way out. Aster, with the rotations, will at least get something to their trouble. And even bot lane, Monet, ends up killing off Phoenix.
But over aggressive here. Caught out of position. 2 very good kills. This should lead to mid tower probably.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Aster gotta open up the map a little bit more. Got top next to this point as well. Thunder though.
Wrong Thunder. Mad going to be targeted on the Lion. And I'm trying to save the day with the face eating, but now he's getting done by Frank. They're going to make sure the Oracle just gets blown up by the Laguna Blade. Minos, who do you want to aim? He's got the Omni, he's got the spin.
Dire's top tower is
They use it
under
on
attack.
XXS, of course. If they hold that mid-tier 1, it seems that the Predator are going to be pretty satisfied.
Yeah, that's all they came to do. They just want to shoot at Juggernaut. Has a safe triangle to farm in. Troll still ignorant all the way from his battlefield. While Juggernaut already has his way, very good way to Yasha timing here as well.
Radiant are
Decent
scanning.
for Thunder Predator so far.
Little swipe there from Leostyle, make sure he does take the team himself.
What a
Things just going
hunk,
swimmingly, it seems, even though the lanes
beating you
weren't
here.
perfect for Thunder Predator, but they do end up on top. Like, you look at Minos, his farm, 7.1k, 1k ahead of Monet. Monet's still trying to farm up that Battle Fury as we speak. Now, the timing just not going to be quite as fast.
However, the
Dire's
carry
bottom
matchup
tower
goes
is
in
under
favor of
attack.
Aster again this game. We'll have to see if it makes a difference this game, because last game, the Predators outplayed them from start to finish.
Lane, XXS, in on some moves. Kind of running around in circles, trying to avoid the damage, and now, great TP. Oh my
Just
goodness, that was a
TP.
lot of damage.
Dire's middle
Ah,
tower is
calculated
under
to
attack.
do
He
that
does
math.
just TP.
Precious bounty.
Dire's
I know
middle tower
Moose,
has
he is a
fallen.
5'10".
Wish fulfilled.
He could give me the...
for his chat.
No, he knew what 10 times 10 was like instantly. I was like, wow, dude, that's impressive.
What? How?
I don't know,
Got it.
dude. Like, even now, I don't know. I've been Googling for so long. I can't find the answer.
Crazy.
Insane.
Success mid lane. DZ, one whirling death will be alright. Still want that tier 1 win. Success, they're gonna focus it down with the Laguna Sunray, everything being thrown out, but the kitchen sink. Get the kill. Onto land M they go, the Yule's out. Minos still has that Omni. A great earth spike by Mad, but it is not gonna be enough. It is the Predator.
What a vampire.
Looking like the better team at the moment. 3k net worth lead. Are they heading for a Roshan again? Yes,
They are. They have a lot of damage. Their Pangolier should be pretty easy Roshan for them. They're up in 10 seconds. If they're fast enough here. You can see the sun ray. Like, it's just absolutely eating up the Timbersaw's health. One of the strongest is getting spells in Nora, of course. Deals so much damage. Also,
Your shrine has
regularly.
fallen to the radiant.
Roshan
Immortality.
down. Leostyle picks up the Aegis again.
Mad. Oh, poor Mad. He's had a tough time. Moves will continue to haunt him. Now they'll turn though with the finger. They'll take down the cup. There's the Omni smash right off the White Album. Laguna going to take care of Mad on the Lion. Minos, he didn't get that full duration Omni. The Yules did save White Album. Want to retreat. Minos actually falling quite low on the jump, but with the spin, just fine. Aster, they'll get back into the mid-tier 1 tower.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It's up. It's still not going to go down. Up the Pangolier, Frank, he's dropping low, but he's still going to survive. The task shards out, Rolling Thunder being committed.
I am punching for you.
They will not allow Aster. They
Good
just won't let
disengage.
Aster get that mid-tier 1.
I want to keep it for as long as possible. Like, it's one of the most important, if not the most important tower in Dota. They're doing a perfect job
What a hunk.
protecting it. Even through Exorcism, through all these big teamfight spells that Aster throwing at them. Leostyle still with that Aegis. EKB next. Be very strong timing for him. At least Troll caught up to the Juggernaut now. They're pretty much on par. Farm.
It does feel like Minos has been rather fighting a lot more though than say Monet, who's been really just focused in on just trying to farm up this whole game as top lane. It's been away
Dire's
from
middle
Minos,
tower is
Mad.
under attack.
Around, but aren't confident enough to go back in. Maybe assuming the Thunder Predator is right behind the Jug.
They are now.
You know, he's on the other side, and now they're coming in. They want to go after XXS. Striker Ray point. Leo can have the damage. It's going to be a little bit challenging. Snowball, Shark, everything thrown out with the Sunray and Laguna again. But XXS is
Dire's
still
middle
alive.
tower is under attack.
Now they
Still
can try
Oracle
to
behind him as
turn.
well.
Let us fight.
Thunder there. Available. XXS onto the high ground. They're posturing, but they're not really willing to engage yet.
Possible here. On the troll, he hasn't really been part of any fight for the last like 9 minutes. Absolutely prioritizing his farm. Closing in on that BKB. Now getting his triangle invaded though.
And can always just spin away. It's very hard to lock down the jug.
Dire's
is.
bottom tower is under attack.
It's gonna be very hard to kill him like throughout this entire game. They will need a basher
What
or
a
troll before they can ever really kill him. Potentially a blink dagger online, which is only 700 gold away.
Dire's
Invisible.
structures
He
are
pretty big power
fortified.
spike to them as well in terms of pickoff. And they're smoking into ThunderP.
Leo, he ran right into him. They get the Aegis immediately. Get him a second time. Leo very out of position. Good echo on the way. They do drop the egg. Leostyle now with the Laguna. They take down XXS. White Album has been stunned. The Omni committed. They will get another. Plan M, of course, will not escape the grip of Moose. Way down
Made it
instantly.
out, it's super
They
hard.
got the Aegis,
Yusef,
that
they
was
got
it.
up on DP. Omni Slash just completely takes down DP from full to 0. And there's just absolutely nothing they can do. They need to troll in the front line with their BKB now. It's just so tough for them to ever start a team fight, really. So much team fight on the Radiant side. Very scary to ever really initiate into.
Who does initiate? Are you kind of relying on Matt here? Like, XXS, he's constantly frontlining for the team, but feels like there's nobody really to just jump in and start the fight.
Frontlining is good, it's just if you can't keep him there, you know, he'll just run around you in circles and there's nothing you can do about it. Lion chose also to not go for the blink, they're going to Ether Lens instead, so they really don't have any initiate other than potentially Timbersaw.
In lane, Lan
Radiant's
or
middle
again by our
tower is under
task.
attack.
It's a lot of damage and a try and turn. And these still off moves. Rolling
Radiant's
Thunder
middle
onto
tower is
XXS. Minos, meanwhile, on the high ground, trying to get that Oracle, but now Monet, he's with the fight, with the battle trap, right in the gut. Maybe they have enough. Minos trying to mantle her off, but it is not going to be enough. Monet does secure the kill. Back on a moves now. They try with the task. They should get him eventually. Him up. Make sure he can't go anywhere, and they do end up getting 2. That's probably the first team fight Aster's run successfully.
Overstaying their welcome here heavily on a Juggernaut, getting punished for it for the first time this game. Good for Aster to finally manage to take down the Juggernaut, who was pulling pretty far ahead of the troll, but with that kill, all but even again. It's still a little bit worrisome though, like the DP has stopped to scale a little bit. Lina's outfarming him quite heavily.
Invisibility.
Moving up towards the
Radiant's
north.
middle tower
Line
is
thing
under
one
attack.
out right around Monet. Target Leo, my trackery, immediate Laguna, no playing around, into the Rolling Thunder, BKB though. They're in time from Monet. Frank gonna try and roll his way out. Gets him
Jules
down,
left it
try to punish, Jules is there, but a great shot from Moose. Look at that!
What? That egg though.
Dire's
Chad
middle
moves
tower
move.
is under attack.
It was a
Radiant's
very,
bottom tower is under attack.
yeah, it's called the panic egg. The peg. Very popular in high MMR games. A lot of people like to throw out the pegs.
It's good.
Pegs are
Dire's
alright, yeah.
top tower
Shots just-
is under attack.
The shards are always on point though, right? Like, blocking that pathway, not allowing them to come through. Yeah, the egg was
Moose is
unnecessary,
doing a
but
really good job. He's one of the best pass players in SA, if not the best.
oh, great.
The thing is, they're not really building into initiation items still on this Dire side. Like, the only way they really kill people is if ThunderP chooses to run into them. Like, they can't really be the aggressor this game, which is a pretty big problem. Like, you can never start fights on your
Radiant's
terms.
top tower is under attack.
It's gonna be very hard to win this game ultimately. Lion is now still not building into a blink dagger.
Radiant structures
Going into
are
force step
fortified.
next. Same move, keeping in.
Ball right onto Monet again. Go back to BKB, ready to go. In fact, they will turn around with the finger. They'll get the task. Minos. Keep going. XXS. Be able to chain, but now they're rolling Thunder. Frank, he wants to go in. They'll focus down Mad first. The Lion, the easier pick off from Mad M. He's just going to hide with the false promise. Get ready to try and turn this team fight. He'll go back on the gun. He'll spin away. Laguna is committed. White Album still alive and still healthy.
Sash still up though, so I need to respect that. A lot of damage potential coming out of that spell. Exorcism committed for not a whole lot of reward here. Aster, and without that Exorcism, I think ThunderP is going to feel very
One
comfortable
man
to take the
fire.
next team fight.
What 5k net worth lead here for ThunderP? Roshan is respawning now. Once they get vision of that Roche. We saw last time how fast they can take it with that tag team. Monet, running to Frank. Frank, not being breathed off the ensnare.
So many moves.
Away, just barely.
Blessed by Gaben in that moment. Even the power of Gaben is not enough to defeat Frank.
Frank is a tough guy for sure.
I've seen him, man. When he stares at you, your entire body just freezes. You can't move anymore. I would call myself a pretty big cat, but even I froze in place. Could not move.
Radiant's
Too scary for sure, Black. Very intimidating. Monet moves in. Aegis is going to be taken by Minos. When he
He's
keeps
on the
going,
Lina.
Frank, he does have that rolling thunder. Catch anyone out. Aster, they're just gonna back off, back to the drawing board, back to farming. Feels like a bit of a similar story to last game almost. DZ, the first time gonna be cancelled by the Yule Scepter. Oh, there is help around, but they're gonna hex him up. Nice snowball! Great snowball out into the edge. They're gonna try and focus this thing down. They'll get up the battle trap. Omni Slash, not gonna be too great. He was through the false promise. Monet, to go for a run as Frank controls up everyone else. Lad M, the one to drop. Under
For the
Predator,
Phoenix.
they lose a Phoenix, but it doesn't matter. They buy back and they're into the T2 top tower.
But remember,
Dire's
this
top
fight was
tower
without
is under
Exorcism.
attack.
So it was a very weak DP, and they still kind of got ahead of this fight.
Dire's top tower
Don't
has
underestimate the
fallen.
team fight once the DP ult is really online. I deal a ton of damage to all these heroes.
Nurse in by himself with the XXS, just gives him the punch. Shards out, he's buying a lot of time. Leostyle. Four-star in there with the light strike array. Laguna.
Dire's courier has been killed.
You
They're
know
playing
what?
so well on Thunder
I feel like teams that go up against Thunder Predator, they can't give
Dire's
the
middle
tusk
tower
away.
is under attack.
This man's too good on this hero.
Just in general, like, they just seem to be feeling themselves right now too hard. The team play is off the
Dire's
charts. They
middle
always
tower
just
is
supplement
under
each other
attack.
so well in these fights. They always wait for each other perfectly. Good timing on all their spells. No, they always play on a very high ping online, kind of like Dragon Ball Z. With
Dire's
those ankle
middle
weights,
tower is
those
under
weighted
attack.
floats. Gravity rule.
Or like the hyperbolic time chamber.
Yeah, exactly.
Thunder Predator, they've been training for years. Span of a few months, and you can see the progress. Aster has no idea what to do about this. Minos just runs up to the T2. They're trying to hit him to force him back. He's just not moving. Absolute unit that is Minos.
Yeah, he's really surviving with Scotty. 2.5k
Dire's
health.
middle tower has
Power.
fallen.
Can't really fight this Juggernaut right now. He's just too tanky. No chance for them to get to the backline.
Absolutely not. You see it in the play of Aster. They really just don't seem to have much of a game plan as to how they're going to answer this jug. or even just
That's
the
the
whole
problem.
team of Thunder Predator.
They cannot initiate. That's the problem. Like, Juggernaut is hitting there, standing. What can they do? They have nobody that can jump him with a stun. Like, there's just not a whole lot of threat coming out from this Aster itemization / draft here. They can get away with a lot on the Radiant side because of it.
They gets a nice snare off. Healing ward
Healing
down.
ward, though.
Minos again just spins out.
140 HP per second, by the way.
They very cautious.
Dire's bottom tower.
There is a
has
blink
fallen.
on Moose. He can get the disable instantly. Lock him down with the Light Strike Array follow-up.
Woke up here by Radiant. Predator looking potentially to farm the enemy jungle here. Will they find someone? Mad or DP are two potential targets. DP no BKB yet. He seems to be the one.
One out.
Out.
Is ready for a fight.
Doesn't want
He's
to die
sniffing
like
it out,
this. Observer ward moves. He's gonna find
good
it with the
ward.
observer ward. It gives him enough vision. Now the snowball out. The Warriors punch, the follow-up stun.
Fire.
All right, Moose, calm
Just
down.
quick thinking.
Calm down, dude. Like, you gotta relax. Like, keep some for the next rounds of the tournament. Wow. Chill.
Telling you,
that was super
you
quick
can't give him
thinking.
the tusk.
Don't give him the task and don't let him purchase any observer wards, apparently. Doing bots work with those as well. Facing a lot of them by
Just don't
himself
let
also. Don't let him
Don't
play
let him
Dota.
play
Yeah.
Dota.
Exactly.
That's it.
Money to
That's
burn.
the only answer.
Got it.
Somebody just rang my bell here, but I'm gonna just ignore it because I'm in chat. I answer the door when I want to answer.
Yeah, thank you for that, Black Minos. So, he's gonna get a few right clicks there from Monet, but not lead to much. Aghanim Scepter coming up very soon on our jug. That's that massive power spike on every Juggernaut. That's the point where it feels like you can't really control him anymore in the fights. So much damage output, so many ways of juking you out and making it impossible to lock you down. Barely any stuns already on Aster to begin with.
I really don't know what the game plan here is for Aster. They just seem to be sitting back. They've been inside their base for the last 5 minutes. And I really don't know how they should get out of base. Like, the only way they can really run in is like DP runs in and it gets Oracle ultied and they somehow start a fight that way. What if ThunderP just runs away? Because literally what they can do. They can just run away because they have no lockdown. No forms of initiation. They must feel so uncomfortable here on Aster.
What a play with fire.
So, they're in their base, but it's gonna feel great. Monet he's trying to get the Abyssal Blade, but it literally feels like the exact same story we just saw about 40 minutes ago. They are grouped up. Maybe they'll try for a smoke.
They have to group up the last 5 minutes, unfortunately.
Minos. Heals up.
Here's
Moves now
Acceptor.
to reinitiate. Goes in with the Warriors punch. They've got the Sunray immediately on deck. Success. Strike Array. Leostyle holds on to it for now, but does get it off with the Yule set to follow up. Monet. Really can't do much.
catch
It's
anyone.
the jug. They can't. They can't lock anyone down.
They're just running around circles. On the Predator, they know exactly that Aster has no way of locking them down, so they're just kind of going in and out, you know, as they please. Now 13k net worth ahead. They're not letting them farm their own jungle. Net worth is just growing every minute. Aster needs to find a way to get out of the base. Like, they need to somehow find a smoke. Just run in, you know? You need to run in, get your DP ult going somehow, and then let the Lion do his work.
Hey, go to the low ground. They are waiting under Predator. Patiently. He was picked out, but there's a swift right from Minos, and now the Warriors punch immediately on the line. That is only disabled. Gone. Frank, he will chase down Monet. False promise is immediately thrown out. Oh, they just have so much damage. Thunder Predator will find White Album. Battle Trap off. Monet's trying to fight back, but indeed the guys here. Thunder Predator just look unstoppable in the GG's
GG!
call.
Again, complete outplay 2 games in a row, man. And whoever was doubting ThunderP after the secret game yesterday, It's a rude way.